something I've been working on for a month or so. I took about a month off from all trading, wasn't doing well, getting frustrated, so I sort of reset myself, and I had a bit of an aha moment about a week ago, I think. Just sort of, I was mixing swing trading and day trading in my head, and I really was looking at the 5-minute and 3-minute and 1-minute candles too often with some swing trades I was doing, and I sort of lost focus on really what swing trading is all about, and I think I kind of got it. So I'm going to go through sort of an updated philosophy that I've been working on for the last, like I said, about a month. I've been doing some research and sort of reading up on some things, and this is what I'm doing sort of for the foreseeable future. On the TSX, I will not be day trading at all anymore. I have some other ideas for day trading stuff, but this is specifically for swing trading, which is like, you know, from 3 or 4 days holding a stock all the way up to, like, for me it could be up to months, like multiple months. So here's some general ideas, and then I'll sort of break them down as I see fit. So look for good positive exit points. So when you're looking to buy a stock, look for something that would have a 5 to 10% profit level that has had previous times being there. So basically you, for me and for this swing trading, I'm not going to be looking to get at the very top of the stock where it's at the highest it's ever been before. I'm actually going to be looking for a positive stock that's going up but is having a bit of a downtime. And I'm not looking to come in right at the top of a stock where it's at the highest it's ever been. I'm looking to find one that is on an uptrend but is sort of come down from a high and is looking to rebound from that. I'll go into that a little bit more in a bit, but that's sort of what I'm looking for, is 5 to 10% profit levels. So I'm going to be locking in my sell orders almost immediately after purchasing the stock at the profit that I want, or the profit I think it's going to go to. And that way, it's sort of like a set it and forget it. I'm not second guessing, and after 2 days or 3 days, it's sitting there doing nothing. Maybe it goes down a couple percent. I'm reevaluating all the time. I see the chart, I see where I want to get out, and I set that sell at that point. It also helps because then you don't have to manually do anything. If the stock moves a lot during the beginning of the day, maybe you'll get sold in a big upswing that happens in the first couple minutes of a market. Don't lock in stop losses. This is something interesting that I've been thinking about. I've read it and seen it in several different philosophies. The idea that when you stop yourself out, most of the time it's right at the bottom and it will rebound from there. Not always, but a lot of the time. It's not even protecting you, it's actually hurting you in many situations. So I'm preparing myself to ride some lows out. So I might have a situation where a stock is down 6, 8, 10%, and I might have to ride that out for months, potentially. Evaluate after 2 weeks, then 1 month. So if I have a stock that I bought, it hasn't sold yet because it hasn't got to the level I want right here, I might actually look to sell it after a couple weeks, sell it after a month. If it's flat, if it's down a little bit, if there's been some news about it that has been bad, I might be looking to get away. But that will be my choice. That will be something that I will evaluate, and not something that will be forced by a stop loss. Minimum 5 times the desired sell price over the last 30 days or 10 times over the last 3 months. That's something I'll show you in a moment on an actual chart, but that's just something I came up with on my own. I thought it sounded cool and it looks kind of neat, so I'll show you that in a minute when I'm done sort of these next couple points. So I'm going against the philosophy to cut my losses quickly and let winners ride. My thinking on this is 90% of traders lose money according to the numbers, and I'd estimate the majority of these traders have that philosophy. So the majority of them would cut their losers quickly and let their winners ride. That's sort of what everyone says to do. So put those two things together and you will have sort of why that philosophy will work. So what I want to do is ride out the lows and rebound from the lows and make profits quickly on the upside. So I'm not looking to take a stock and ride it for 25, 30, 40, 50% returns over several months. I'm looking to get my profit and then move on to the next stock. So to be able to ride out lows, I want to focus more on good, profitable companies and less on downswinging or highly volatile small penny stocks. So this should help to reduce the risk of large downswings. If I'm focused more on the quality companies that have been around for years, the companies that, while they still have volatility, over a long trending period of 3 or 5 years, they're up and up a lot. Those are the sort of stocks I want to be getting involved in. And avoid, the 22-cent stocks that barely move and that swing up between 15 and 40 cents every couple days. And then my final thought is just to be okay holding the stock for a long time to get it to give you what you want. So it might be a month and the stock is even. It might be 6 weeks and the stock is up only 1% or down 1%, but I have to be okay in holding my stocks. So I'm going to give you an example of this 5 times sell price. So I'll pull up a stock that, the CEU. Okay, so this is a stock I actually purchased today. I'm in at CEU 575. You can see it's down to 561, but I don't care because it's my new philosophy. So 575 is where I'm in, which is right here. So what I'm looking at where I want to sell it is I want to see 5 times. This is a 1 month on the day where the stock was at the level that I want to sell it at. So if you look right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 candles or bar lines that the stock was in the at least 642, 643. So over the last month, over the last 20 trading days, 7 times the stock has been at least at $6.43. So that would be my idea of a time where you might consider putting your sell order in. So I actually have my sell order in at, let me see on this one. Just got to pull up my chart here. I have my sell order in at 648, which is right here. So it seems weird to buy a stock way down here at 570 or 550 and to put a sell like $1 up, but that's what my system is based on. It's not based on looking for a small upswing. It's looking for, if this does go to 648, that's going to be $1,400 profit on an $11,000 order because I purchased 2,000 shares. So that is, almost a 12% return on investment. So if this takes a month to get there, if this takes 2 months to get there, I certainly will be ecstatic at that time. So you can also do it over a 3-month time. So you might look at this and you say, has it hit this number 10 times over the last 3 months? And you see, 640, 648. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, about 20 days. And then plus, obviously, it's been above it. But at least 20 days, it has sort of hit this mark. And then, generally, this is, look at it over the 1 year. Certainly, it's been down this year overall. But you look at this, and it is a stock that is moving in the right direction. You take the 1 year, it's at 380, currently at 560. It has a 20+% return over the last year. So it is a winning stock. It is a good stock. So that's one example of a stock that I purchased today that I'm using this philosophy. Now, as far as stop loss, I don't have one. I might evaluate it in a week or two. You look at it over a year. Okay, maybe we're going to get down in $5 range. Maybe we'll get down below $5 range. But the fact that should be making an 11 or 12% profit on this if it sells allows me to be comfortable having it going down 3, 4, 5, 6, 7%, even 10%. So that's sort of an example of a stock and how I'm going to use my philosophy to trade it. So here's some general thoughts for looking for a stock to buy. Lower trending stock with longer uptrends. So an example would be over the last 3 months it's up 10% or 5% or something. But it's down 3% over the last couple of weeks. So it's an uptrending stock that's having a bit of a downtrend. And I want to look for a full year of positive return. So even though it's down over 2 weeks, over the last year, has it been a winning stock? Find previous support when a stock was at current or close to current price. So again, you're looking for support. This FVI is a good example that I was also in, and you can see the support level in the sixes. Let's zoom in a little bit here. So you can see around $6. There's been support once, there's been support twice. It's dipped down below $6 a third time, but it did find support, and now we're right at that level again. So an example you want to see in the past, has this come close to this number, and has it found support? Nothing too volatile or little volume, so again, avoid the penny stocks, avoid stocks that just aren't moving for days and days. Nothing too cheap. And I also want to start doing limit orders on stock purchases. So basically, if you see a stock that you're interested in, overnight I want to put a limit order in that's a little bit low and try and catch it in its volatility right in the beginning of the day, because I think I may be able to shave some pennies off my entry point by doing it that way. And worst case scenario, it doesn't work out and you can still put in your order that morning or afternoon. Then the final thing I want to leave you with is just, I want to have a realistic expectation about this. If I can sell one or two stocks that go up over 5% over a month, let's say, even if I have some losers and some break-even ones, I mean, I could expect to get a return very significant doing that. So, you know, if I want to just focus on breaking a 10% return over the year, I really only need to make, 1% a month is a 12% a year, which is going to beat the market, which is going to beat all of the mutual funds and the index funds and all those sorts of things, generally speaking. So I can't have this expectation of I'm going to double my account in a year, or even I'm going to get it up 50% a year. I have to have some things in reality and sort of have a smaller philosophy or a smaller idea on what I consider success, and then if I go above that, then be super happy about it, but don't have that as an expectation. So I hope this is interesting to you, and again, I'm going to say this is my sort of beta, my first thinking over the months, and I might switch this around a little bit. I might edit and adjust some things and how I'm feeling, but I think I'm pretty excited about this, and I think it has a chance for me to do well, and also has a chance for me to relax a little bit and not be as uptight on the daily movements of a stock, because I have some ideas in place before I even get into it. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Okay.